Good afternoon, all. Can someone please confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is.
I'm waiting for Ramesh to join so we can start. Meanwhile, do you guys have any questions, any doubts on what we have covered till now? Just to quick
No, sir.
recap, we have covered what is DevOps, what is the need of the DevOps, who should learn DevOps, what are the benefit of DevOps. Then we checked the hierarchy. What are the before DevOps? What was it? It was VSTS, right? We saw that. Uh, then we checked how to create an organization, or first thing, how to create an account. Then the hierarchy, organization, then projects, right? We saw how to create an organization. We also checked how to create a project. While creating project, what kind of options do we get? Basic, Scrum, Agile. We did check that. And the last step of the hierarchy is teams, right? So we checked organization, projects, and then teams. We checked that, and we were about to start with Azure board. So that we are going to do. Prior to that, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. We'll just wait for a minute more for Ramesh to join. If he joins, we'll start. Otherwise, we'll just wait for a minute and we'll start. Do you guys have any doubts, any questions yet?
No, for me.
Well, then we can start with this. So the link which I have shared with all of you, in case you're not able to find your organization, in case you're not able to see the login portal, etc., then you can use this link, which redirects you, to all of the organizations which belong to your ID. So let's say if I can obviously go from portal, but this is the link which I can use. Right? So once you use this link, it will show you all the organizations which are there under your ID or which you are a part of. Right? So here when I log in, I see I'm a part of UT-Kloud, right? I am part of all these organizations. I'm a part of all these organizations, right? So, and this is the project on which we were working. And this is the organization which we created, right? So the organization name is Org August Batch and the project name is August Project. Under the project, we can create a project with multiple options. So let's quickly check that. This project we created using which method, which process did we use while creating this project, guys?
Basic.
Basic, right? With basic, we have other also as well. With basic, we have Scrum, we have Agile, we have CMMI. Why am I talking about this again? Because today we are going to speak about Azure Boards, right? And when we talk about Azure Boards, it purely depends what all options are you going to see in Azure Boards. It purely depends on the work item process which you have selected while creating the project. Right. So let's quickly have a look. What are we going to cover in this session? Maybe not today, so in next session, etc. But what all things we are going to cover. Right. So what is an Azure board, or what is a board in Azure DevOps? Right. So let's quickly check. It is one of the main services of Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps is one of the services in Azure, and Azure board, it's one of the services of Azure DevOps. Okay, so Azure DevOps, Azure Boards, it's one of the services of Azure DevOps. There are many services, 4 or 5, but Azure Boards is one of them, which is used in project to track the work with Kanban board. Now, what is a Kanban board? Kanban board, it is a part of Azure Boards, right? So if you go by hierarchy, you will see Azure DevOps, organization, under organization project. Under project, there are many services like artifacts, pipeline, testing, etc. And one of them is your uh, Azure boards. Under Azure board, you have your Kanban board. Right? So Kanban board, I'll show it to you how it looks, what exactly it is. Then work with backlog, that is what we are going to see. The team dashboard, that we are going to see once. Reporting methods. And under Azure boards, it's not only the Kanban board which we have, it's not only the work assignment, etc., but we also have reporting. So if you want to pull some reports, etc., we can use what we can use. We can use Azure boards reporting option. Then Azure Boards provides drag and drop feature. Right? This is the link you guys can check once. I will share this one with you. This is the link which gives you the glimpse of Azure Board. Let me open it and I'll show it to you. So this is the board, guys. This is Azure Boards. And I clicked on this. It's a Kanban board. This is your Kanban board, right? It shows the items, the process, whom it has been assigned to, etc. That is what a Kanban board is, right? So this is the link you can use just to check. It's just a picture. It's just an image, nothing else. This is not the link to access Kanban board or Azure Boards. Azure Boards will be accessible if within the Azure DevOps portal, right? Then we have Azure Boards are fully compatible with Scrum. Now, what is Scrum? It is one of the processes which we use in software development lifecycle, and we have the same name in uh, item processes, right? We have the same name in work item processes. So we have Scrum, which is compatible with the actual Scrum in software development. Okay. Then what is it used for? Azure Boards use क्यों होता है? Azure Boards are useful in managing and tracking work. As I shown you this image, right? We are managing the work कि ये task किसको लगाना है, ये task किसको assign करना है, welcome to back page, who will create this, who will test this. So assigning of the work and tracking the work, right? Tracking of the work, it happens from here. Then it provides a clear picture of work done, doing by team member. Done and doing, these are the states. When we actually go on the portal, you will understand कि कोई जो है इसमें से टास्क डन प्रोसेस में होगा, कोई डूइंग में होगा, कोई टू डू में होगा. We'll see that. So but that we can track using Azure Boards. You can give access of your Azure board to your stakeholders and allow them to see the progress. I mean, you don't literally have to send email, etc. that you are developing a software, you're developing an application. तो ये feature का development कहाँ तक आया है? Where are you stuck? क्या सब हुआ है? You can simply give the access to your stakeholder and they will be able to see the development, the progress, right? You can manage Scrum and Sprint in Azure board. Scrum, I already told you, Sprint is a method where in every fortnight is in every 15 days, you guys, though there is a daily Scrum meeting, there is a Scrum Master. It's a team. It's a team which which follows or which checks the update and development of the product. For example, if you're developing an application, तो let's say we have given a time of 6 months, 3 months. तो आज कितना काम हुआ है, कल कितना हुआ है, next 15 days का ये plan बनाते हैं. So they work in a plan of 15 days. That is called a sprint. It's a 2 weeks sprint most of the time. Though it is not a hard limit, you may see one weekly sprint also, but the standard you will see 15 days sprint. सो उस स्प्रिंट में क्या होता है, डे वन पे स्क्रम मास्टर आपको कोई टास्क असाइन कर देगा. फॉर एग्जांपल कुमेल, फॉर दिस वेबसाइट we are building this feature, these many functionality, etc. So on login button you are going to work, please do the coding, etc., testing, etc., get it done. We'll check it, we'll meet with they daily meet, by the way, in scrum meeting daily it happens. And after 15 days they take the update, the final update. What is the status, were you able to do it or not, what was the issue, what were the hurdles, etc. So that is what your scrum and sprint is. Yes, Kamal, you're adding something.
No, sir, nothing. I'm not doing anything.
Okay, sorry, I thought you have some question, right? So hmm, so this is what you can do using your Azure board. You don't have to use some extra software. There are many software for sprint and Kanban board, right? But here we are learning that these two things you can do using our Azure DevOps service, Azure boards, right? Then you get the different type of reports which I was talking about, and then obviously you can manage your product backlog. Now, what is a backlog? What is a sprint? ये सब हम लोग देखेंगे आगे जाकर. ठीक है. Then Azure boards, who will work on boards? It's a very simple question, very basic. Obviously, the team will work, development team will work to manage their work, example task, stories, bug, etc. PO, product owner, will work to manage the backlog. Backlog task वगैरह ये सब जो है we are going to see. ठीक है. Then Scrum Master will work on Azure board to get the different types of reports to see the progress of them. क्या चल रहा है, the same thing which I just discussed, right? What types of boards are available in Azure DevOps? There are 4 types of work item processes while creating the new project. कौन से जो हमने अभी वन नोट में देखे, राइट? द टाइप ऑफ बोर्ड डिपेंड्स ऑन द वर्क आइटम प्रोसेस. किस तरह का आपने वर्क आइटम प्रोसेस सिलेक्ट किया है व्हाइल क्रिएटिंग द प्रोजेक्ट, उस पर डिपेंड करता है आपका बोर्ड जो है किस तरह का बनेगा, राइट? And each type provide different type of work item and workflow. This we are going to see immediately. And while creating the project under advanced, we see this option. This I have already, basic is default. This I have already shown that while creating the project, you guys will see whether you want to go with basic, you want to go with agile, you want to go with Scrum or CMMI. This you get to see while creating the project, right? Later on, you can go to project setting and you can also see that. This is your Kanban board. Okay. What is a work item? We are going to see now. What types of work items are available in Azure board? We are going to see Kanban board. We'll see create work item. We'll create a work item and I'll show it to you. Update work item status. We'll do that. Add a task to an issue. We are going to do that. Before we go ahead and start doing it on the portal, let me quickly explain few things to you, right? What is a work item? A work item is a unit. It could be small or large. A unit मतलब एक work, एक task समझ लो आप. Not literally this task. ये वाले task से ये मत होना. I will avoid using word task because task का यहाँ पर कुछ और मतलब होता है, ठीक है? So a work item is a piece of work. It could be small or large, which has several characteristics and is a part of your product development. For example, you're creating an app like Swiggy. अब Swiggy में 50 तरीके के components होते हैं, right? मैप वाला, रेस्टोरेंट के लिए एक पेज, यूजर्स के लिए एक पेज, डिप्लॉयमेंट, क्रेडिट कार्ड से इंटीग्रेशन, ऑब्वियसली मैप वाला एक इंटीग्रेशन व्हेन यू वांट टू सर्च योर बिल्डिंग, तो गूगल मैप से एक इंटीग्रेशन एक्सेट्रा. बहुत सारे फीचर्स होते हैं. ये सब जो है चंक में बनता है, separate and segregated बनता है. Right, nowadays we are following what do we do? Do we follow? There are 2 methods of software development. एक होता है monolithic और एक, just give me 1 minute guys. Okay, huh. So we'll come to that later. Let me explain this to you first. So it is a piece of work, you can say, and the characteristics like title, description, assigned to, completed by, ये सारे जो है characteristics में होता है एक work item में. Now what kind of work items do we get? Irrespective, यहाँ पर मैंने सारे cluster करके सारे बता रहा हूँ एक बार, but depends on the process item which you select. उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि कौन से वर्क आइटम आपको मिलने वाले हैं. So if you see bug, what does it mean? Right here. Is it visible, guys? Let's say if you select Scrum or if you select Agile or CMMI, you are going to see a work item named bug. So now what does it mean? Bug means something which is missed or implemented in a wrong way. Fine. It's, let's say I asked you to create a login page, and on that I wanted you to create a functionality so a password cannot be less than 8 digits. But now when I tried, I see I can just keep password 1234 and it is working fine. Your testing team realized that, or they figured it out. So they will send it back and it will be called as a bug, something which is missed, right? Or something which is implemented in a wrong way. I asked you to create a login page, and on that, I wanted to have an option called sign up with Google or sign up with Facebook. I'm sure you guys have seen it, right? Sign up with Google or sign up with your sign up with your page, right? So if you have missed on that, then that is called a bug. Got it? Then next is epic. What is epic? An epic represents a business initiative to be accomplished. Look at this now. Epic. You will find epic here, epic here, epic here, and here. Everywhere you will find the epic, right? So an epic is where you will find the larger a larger chunk of your work. एक पूरा पेज बनाना है, उसको हम epic बोल देंगे. Then उसके छोटे छोटे features को जो है task वगैरह में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. वी आर गोइंग टू कम टू दैट. Feature is a feature typically represents a shippable component of a software. बहुत बहुत छोटा सा कोई कंपोनेंट है ना, दैट यार ये लॉगिन पेज तो बन गया, सब कुछ बेटर है, और मे बी साइन अप पेज बन गया है, बस इसमें जो है एक एपीआई ऐड कर दो आप छोटा सा, जहाँ पे दे कैन फेच क्रेडिट कार्ड नंबर टू लॉग इन. माई लेट्स से माई फंक्शनलिटी इज टू लॉग इन आई हैव टू मेक सम पेमेंट. सो एक कैमरा बटन ऐड कर दो उसके अंदर, सो दे कैन स्कैन देयर क्रेडिट कार्ड इमीडिएटली एट द टाइम ऑफ लॉग इन, राइट. यूजर स्टोरी, दिस इज द वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट वर्क आइटम वी हैव. यूजर स्टोरी, इसमें बहुत ही बड़ा जो स्क्रैच से काम शुरू होता है वो इसमें डाल देते हैं. ठीक है. देन इशू, एनी अदर कस्टम टाइप विल कैन गो टू इशू और इम्प्रूवमेंट. कि ठीक है, लॉगिन पेज तो आपने बना लिया, मैंने जो मांगा था वैसा ही है, बट आई फील थोड़ा सा इसमें और इम्प्रूवमेंट हो सकता है. फॉन्ट का कलर चेंज कर दो, एक्स वाई जेड एबीसी, किसी भी तरह का कुछ भी, दैट इज योर इशू, राइट. सो दीज आर दी वर्क आइटम एग्जांपल्स वी हैव. Sprint, I already explained. Task, the smallest unit of the work. We can create multiple tasks under the issue. ठीक है, if we have created an issue, issue के अंदर हम task बना सकते हैं. Task is the smallest unit, कहीं पर भी आप बना लो. ठीक है, what could be the example? Login functionality issue can have multiple tasks like creating a table in database, creating API, integration of API. These are the tasks. Product backlog item. What is a product backlog? It is also called a PBI. So they may ask you, have you worked with PBI? Right? Normally we don't work with that. Development team का काम है वो, but you should know what is a PBI. It's a product backlog item. It is a unit of work that needs to be completed in order to develop a product. कुछ backlog रह गया, उसके बिना हम दे ही नहीं सकते, आगे कर ही नहीं सकते. ठीक है. Where is it? यहाँ पर हो गई ये product backlog item. I'm trying to explain this table to you. ठीक है. Then what do we have? Example, a user, I want to able to search the product by name. ठीक है. तो इस तरह के पीबीआईज वगैरह को जो है कभी कभार प्रायोरिटाइज किया जाता है, कभी नहीं. इट डिपेंड्स कंप्लीटली ऑन द नेचर ऑफ द एप्लीकेशन और किस तरह का आपका ये जा रहा है, बट दैट इज व्हाट अ प्रोडक्ट बैकलॉग आइटम इज. दिस ऑल आर जस्ट यूनिट ऑफ वर्क गाइस. ऐसा किसी भी तरह का कोई सेट फॉर्मूला नहीं है दैट लॉग इन फंक्शनैलिटी विल गो यहीं पर जाना है, इसको यहीं पर जाना है. इट कंप्लीटली डिपेंड्स ऑन योर स्क्रम मास्टर. यहाँ पर जो भी मैंने लिखा है ये एक normal standard practice which is being followed. Let's say if there are 100 companies, what maximum 70 companies are following. Based on that, I've created this. But it doesn't mean it doesn't have any technical replication, or it doesn't have any technical limitation. कि मुझको एक new functionality बनानी है, right? I want to create a new functionality and I want to name it as a task. Task मैं देना चाहता हूँ मैं. You can do that. You can put that in Epic. You can put you have already worked on something and there is an error that should usually, or actually they should, that should go to bug, but you can do that in product backlog also, you can do that in task also. It's up to you. So technical limitation कुछ भी नहीं है उसमें. Okay. Impediment, what does it mean? It means that something which has dependency, something which is blocking the or slowing down the other work. ये सारा ऐसा है ना कि टास्क इट्स एन आइसोलेटेड वर्क. आप अपना लॉगिन बनाते रहो, पीछे बैकएंड में डेटाबेस कनेक्टिविटी मैं कर रहा हूँ. आप लॉगिन पेज बनाते रहो, होम पेज पे मैं वर्क कर रहा हूँ. आप लॉगिन पेज बनाते रहो, कॉन्टैक्ट अस पेज मैंने बना लिया. बट दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच हैज डिपेंडेंसी, राइट. डिपेंडेंसी का एग्जांपल हो सकता है दैट सी something which has dependency unless a task A it's completed when the and without that we cannot start the task B. For example, I want to resize a machine in Azure, right? That is a task B. It has been assigned to me to resize the machine. उतना ही access है मेरे पास, बस resize करने का, that's it. Or I have to go to OS level and extend the disk. That is task B. And what is the task A? Task A is for you to add or extend the disk at Azure level. So unless you do your work, will I be able to do anything at my task? अगर आपको पहले एक डिस्क बढ़ाना है Azure पोर्टल पे and then I have to extend it or expand it on the OS level, so unless you finish your task, will I be able to do it, guys?
No.
Yeah, no, simple. So that is what your
No.
impediment is. Again, I told you it's not biblical नहीं है ये. It's not like that कि हर इसमें ऐसे use होगा, right? You may see some different in some different companies. Maybe someone wants to use only these 4 features, they can use. It's up to them. ये एक standard method है which is there on Azure Boards. Hence, we are looking at this, right? So we are done with Azure Boards theory part. Yes, Kanban board. Let's check this one also as well once. Yeah, processes we'll see later. So in Azure Kanban board, right? What are the options do we have? We have to do, we have doing, we have done. What are these? What am I talking about? I'm talking about this. When you go to Kanban board, you will see all these tasks. In task के features क्या क्या है? In task के options क्या क्या है? Or let's go to the portal and check that clearly. Okay, so if I go here and if I see this is my branch. Now, so this is my organization. Under the organization, I have created a project. Okay, under a project, what do I see? Boards, repo, pipeline, test plan, artifacts. We are not yet discussing with repo. Repo and pipeline major है हम लोगों के लिए. Boards उतना नहीं है, but we have to look at this. If I click on board, now look at this. Do I see any item? No, I do not see any item. What all options do I see here? यहाँ पर भी लेफ्ट में भी दिख रहा है sprint queries etc. राइट यहाँ पर भी दिख रहा है open query column import work item, recycle bin, etc. So let's get started with this. Obviously, we are going to go one by one with all of the options. I want to add a new work item. This is a basic one I have taken. Okay, this is a basic process, work item process. So when I try to create a new work item, what all options will I see?
Epic, issue task.
Epic, issue, and task. Epic, issue, and task. Yes. Because I've selected basic. So look at this. Now I can create an epic, I can create an issue, I can create a task. So I'm creating an epic. What could be the epic? Anything. Create a login page with sign up with option. Okay. Maybe this is my epic. And look at this. This shows the priority. I can select the start date. That इस पे आज से नहीं काम करना हमको फ्यूचर में करना है. Then target date should be कि हम लोगों को इसको जो है 2 month में खत्म करना है. Could be anything. I'm just putting random numbers, right? So this is what I can do here. This is how I can uh, create an epic, right? What does it say? The field title, right? Oh, sorry, title has to be there. So this is description. This is description, right? This is the place where you can assign it to someone. And you can you can do it here also while creating, or you can do it later also, right? So let me see. Where is the title? Do you see the title button, guys? I can't see this. New here it is. Yeah. Okay, sorry. So you have to pick up title, give a title. Title could be simple like this. Then description. Discussion, it's not necessary, right? I've added the project, which project I want. Priority I have selected. If I think this is very important, priority 1, priority 3, start date should be this, end date should be this, or target date rather than end date. I click on save. And it's done. Now, if I go to my boards, I should see one option over there. Can you see? This is an issue. And look at this, guys. This is the number. Sorry, this is an epic. And this is the color I was talking about. If you remember, I told you that I used the color coded, right? Look at this. Epic has orange color. This is the color I was talking about. So I have tried to use the same colors here. Okay? So let's say I've created one epic. Now I want to create an issue. What could be the issue? Could be anything. Login button not working. ठीक है. Again, same things. कितना एफर्ट्स इस पे किसने लगाया है ये सब यहाँ पर लिख सकते हो. Here you do not have start date and end date, so you don't have to remember all this. इतना डिटेल में कोई पूछता नहीं. I'm just building the base for us to go ahead and start with repos and pipeline, right? I'm being a little bit fast here. When I go to workboard again, work items, what do you see? You see an epic, you see an issue, and now let's see. I'll assign a task. This is the smallest unit. Just you can say change the login button color to red. Change the login button color to red. Could be anything. Okay, ऐसा कुछ आता नहीं है, but it could be anything. And you save it. Again, when I go to board, can you guys see? Now I have a task, I have one issue, and I have one epic, right? Now, if I want to attach a task to something, and let's say I want to create a task again, one more task. So, and if I want to attach this to something, to some parent ticket, right? Let's say if it gives here, or gives an option here. This is new task. Let's say I want to uh, attach it. Let me see that option. Add an attachment. No, this is where you can attach your file or whatever testing you have done, some screenshots, etc. Right? What am I looking here? I want to attach this task to one of the epic. So you can go to epic here. Let's say if we have an option to create a task here. New item. Look at this. Under this epic, I can attach an issue or I can attach a task as well. Okay. Now, again, from red to, let's say I'm saying it should go to black. Okay. So now, look at this. I have two tasks, one issue, one epic. But one of these tasks, it is attached to this epic, and one of the task is free. But now, whenever you see, wherever you see, all of these are unassigned. This is the Kanban board, by the way. Okay. When I'm here, I'm just looking at the lines, etc. If I want to see it in a proper manner, this is the board. This is called Kanban board. Okay, this is called Kanban board. And here what I see. Why am I able to see only? Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay. So if you want to create a new item, you can do it from here as well, and you can do it from boards as well. If you come here, look at this new item, and you can create a new item. To be done with black, let's say green. Anything. I'm just putting some random things here. You can create an item like this, and this is what I was talking about. To do, doing, and done. These are the work. You can say here. These are the work item types which we were discussing, and then we have a workflow. So the flow here it's to do. इसका मतलब है कि ये काम होने वाला है. Doing, it is in progress, and done, it has been completed. But before we do that, one thing we have to make sure about, or we have to make sure that we have to assign it to someone. Then only it will start. Someone will start working, right? Now, if you see, it is unassigned. It is unassigned. So if you want to assign it to someone, click here, right? And here you can see. Now I can see my name. We added, I think, Kumel, your ID, and Ramesh, yours ID. Let's see if we have those IDs.
I think we have not still accepted that.
You have not? Okay.
Out. Shop.
Fine. So if I want to assign it to someone, okay, it's not in this scope. So let me assign it to myself. So when I assign it to someone, then this is how it will look. Look at this. Now this has been assigned to me, right? If I want to assign it to someone, I can do it from here also. I can open this, click here, and it is shown unassigned, then assign it to myself. As of now, I have only my ID. Now let's say it has been assigned to me, and it is in to-do process, and I have started working on this today. So what will I do? I will move it to doing. Look at this. This has changed now. Look at these colors, right? Now let's say this has been assigned to, it's the only ID I have. Let's say, but it was assigned to someone else, and that person has started working on this. So he will also move it in doing. Once done, can move it to done. Can you see? Look at this. So these are the
Yes.
labels which we have. So we have to do, doing, and done. Got it, guys? Still here? And look at the
So
epics. Why we were
Yes.
not able to see? Because here it was only selected issues. इसलिए वहां पर सब issues दिख रहे थे. Now when I changed it to epic on Kanban board, now I'm able to see the epic also. So if I am working on this epic, I'll move it to do. Once I'm done working with this epic, I will move it to done. So let me see if I can show you one project. Just give me 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Let me check if I have a project where I had imported one project where we had multiple work items, etc. So it will give you one better idea. Let me see if I can find that. Yes. Meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. We have only 7 minutes left, so I will not be continuing with this one with board furthermore. Uh, in next session, we are going to see, we're going to spend some time now on board. बहुत कुछ बाकी है board में. To create a new work item, we did that. Uh, what fields are available in work item? We saw that. How to add an attachment? I just showed it to you. How to see the history of work item? I'll show it to you. Change the column option on Azure board. Okay. So this is how you can change this one, the status. Attachment I've just shown you. Let's say you want to do something, make some attachment. You can go here and put some attachment here. You can attach something that these are the screenshots I tested, etc. Whatever you want to do, you can attach here. And yes, this is the place where you can link your Epic to some task to Epic, etc. You can do that from your Kanban board as well, right? So these are the things which we wanted to see here. Let me, I'm trying to check if I can log in to one of the organizations where I have multiple workflows, etc. It will be easier for you to understand. Just give me 1 minute, please. Let me see if I am able to see all my organizations here. Meanwhile, Tabrez has put a message and I think Tabrez has joined. Kumel, are you with two devices or have you joined with one device only?
now two.
Two devices. Okay, so
Sohail, actually,
yes.
I just want to know, like, I've already accept the invitation,
Hmm.
and still, like, when you check that assignments to assign the project, sorry, the
Hmm.
task,
Hmm.
it was not showing.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll check. So I'll go to my organizations. And when you log into this link, do you see your organization?
No, I'm not able to see it. I think it is linked with another domain, but that is not the case, right?
Let's see. This has happening. This has started happening from that day when we connected our Active Directory. But let's still check that what is happening here.
Mhm.
We still have 3 minutes. We'll try to finish this. Let's see. Kumal, did you finish? Did you accept the acceptance? Were you able to see this?
No, I've still not done it, sir.
Okay.
I'll have to log in separately on this particular PC. I'll do it today.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, Ramesh, let's say if I can find that, I'll help you with that. Otherwise, we'll at least see. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
let me check. I'm trying to see that if I can show you one project where we have multiple tasks. Which is that project? I'm not sure here. Just give me 1 minute, please. Okay.
Or else I'll do one thing. I'll just like log in with that URL
Okay.
which I just now mentioned it chat.
Yes, you can try that. So let's see how many organizations I have here. Yes, this is the one I was looking for. So if I go here to boards, now look at this, guys. This is the actual one where you will see n number of epics, issues, etc. Many things. So see, this is how it looks. Shopping cart facility. As a marketer, I want to run A/B test on alternative website. This is the actual project we are talking about. So what is in progress, what has been completed, what needs to be done. Now we are looking at the epic. We can look for backlog items as well. Look at this. I will give you access to this one. Okay, look at this. These many this is how we can have this is how a Kanban board looks like. Features, if you want to see how many features are there, this is how you can check. These all are new items. Let's say if I assign it to someone and someone moves it to do or done, and it saves automatically, by the way. Look at this. You don't have to save. There's no save button. Okay. We simply move it and it's done. And you can move it back as well. You can move it back as well. This is called workflow. Whether you can move it back or not, this is called workflow. This is called Kanban board. Okay, guys, less than 30 seconds are left. So we'll finish the session for today. Rest we'll discuss in WhatsApp. And we'll see, Ramesh, about your login, what is happening. Okay,
So
guys,
now I'm able to log in, but I'm not able to see the projects
let me
under
see.
that
I'll
login.
check that. Yes, I'll check that. Okay, guys, see you in
Yeah.
next
Thanks,
session.
sir.
We'll discuss in on WhatsApp
Mhm.
when to have the next session. We'll discuss in the group. See you. Bye.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks, sir. Bye.
Yeah.